Welcome to this episode of the Red Cup Review. I'm your host, Rob Banks. Yay. Okay, here's the PX exclusive Mezco Spider-Man figure in his black costume. The tin we all expect to have, and there's your Spider-Man on the back. Anyways, I want to remind everybody to subscribe if you like these videos. If not, keep it moving. Let's get to the review. The amazing Spider-Man, and he is pretty amazing. The material of the body is kind of smooth. It's got a really smooth feel to it. For those of you that have a problem with the actual seeing the seams on figures, this might upset you a little bit, but it doesn't upset me because they're kind of hidden pretty well around the back. The stitching is kind of nice and straight, but who would pose their Spider-Man like that anyway? And I say that a lot, like who would pose their figure like that? Because you want your figures to be kind of straight and head on. As far as articulation goes, the arms go up pretty high. You could probably go up even higher than that, but I don't want to stretch it too much. The head sculpt looks very much up. It can look all the way down. There's a ball joint in here and in here back here, so you get a nice amount of rotation in there. It looks straight down, so he could be like dropping right in on somebody. The ab crunch is the best ab crunch we've seen yet on a Mezco figure, in my opinion. He goes back a lot. He goes forward a lot. There's a lot of nice rotation in there. I mean, a lot. So there's really no restriction at all in this material. There's a double jointed knee. I don't know if you have to worry about the stretching of the material. I mean, I wouldn't push it too far. So there's double joints in both knees. And there's a little bit of a butterfly joint in the shoulder. I don't know if it's a butterfly joint or if it's just the actual rotation up in here. The elbows are double jointed, so you can really get them like close. You know, I get his arms bent in close. What else could you do with this guy? Let's see. Oh yeah, ankle articulation. I have one of those where the ankles don't really bend in a whole lot, and I'm not going to push it because I heard there were stories of it breaking. But it goes up, it comes down, it points down really well, it comes up to be about flat. That's on this leg. This leg, however, it bends in pretty well, and it bends out decently. I've seen others where their ankles bend in a lot more. You see that one really bends nice, and it points up well and down a lot. So this ankle, the left ankle, is obviously a lot better than the right one, at least on the one that I got. The waist, it's got the twist, so you can get some really like cool things going on there. Look, you really can't do that with the other Spider-Man. You know, you get some nice like Todd McFarlane looking Spider-Man poses. You can get them kind of swinging in, you know, here, angle the head up, pull the arm back, you know, stuff like that. You can even rotate it here to kind of get it like that. This is just like a quick little tutorial for like, you know, posing and kind of like, anyways, you can have them kind of like swinging in. See? Very cool. The head sculpt is nice. He's got a little bit of a bobblehead neck effect thing going on because the neck is so skinny. But that's cool. It works. It's Spider-Man. He's supposed to look a little arachnid-like, or even ant-like in this. I love the way the eyes look. Very nice. It looks a lot more like he did, in my opinion, on the cover of Web of Spider-Man #1, as opposed to the Secret Wars, but that's fine. He should have came with another head sculpt. If they're going to charge that price, a price like this, which is like standard pricing for all PX exclusive figures, they should really be having the same value across the board. But I guess this is a way of cutting costs, but that's fine. It's a nice figure. It works. You can get the most posability out of this figure than you can out of any of the other Spider-Man figures, which is nice. So they're definitely improving. Big thumbs up. Accessories. Okay, what you see is what you get, basically. You got your web lines that are pretty much the same from all the other Spider-Man releases that attach to the wrist peg. Just like that when you put it on the hand, kind of. So it'll look like it's shooting out. There you go. You got your web swinging line hand. That's kind of semi-open. You got your fists. You got your just regular open hand. And the hands have a nice amount of like little detail in them as well. You can see there. See that? Nice sculpts on them. And then you got your wall crawling hand and your Spider-Man stand. That's it. This is all they got for him for his accessories. They should have came with an alternate head sculpt. I don't know what they were thinking. Comparing sizes. That's what she said. Wolverine's kind of crouched down a little bit, but who poses that put Wolverine standing straight up? Anyways, this is basically the way they look. The discrepancies between the two different Spider-Men. This Spider-Man has a little bit of divots in his feet, which kind of raise him up a little bit. And he's also kind of half leaning. I tried to get him to stand up as straight as possible. So maybe he's just a hair taller than this Spider-Man. It's basically the exact same body. The reason why this Spider-Man looks thinner is because light, obviously, black sucks in the light, and the other lighter colors obviously reflect light, and that's why it looks like a discrepancy between the body types themselves, but they're basically the same body. Here's just a shot to show you Spider-Man swinging in action and all the crazy dynamic posability you can get with this figure. You could probably get the most posability out of him out of all the Spider-Men, and that web line really, really adds to the dynamic swinging through the city or whatever kind of thing you can get going on. It really adds to the action and movement to the figure, I believe. And there's the quick little whip around. Thanks everybody for watching this quick episode of the Red Cup Review. And I just want to say that this is the type of figure that grows on you. Originally, I gave him 3.5 cups while I was writing it down in my notebook. And then the more I posed him, the more I put together this collage that you're watching now. He's definitely the type of figure that grows on you. You can do some crazy dynamic poses with him. And it almost looks statuesque when you put him next to other action figures. So I'm giving him 4 cups now. Look at this. Outrageous. I mean, you could really get some crazy dynamic poses with him. So I'm going to say that the only problem holding him back for me is the fact that he didn't come with a Peter Parker head sculpt. Perhaps one with the symbiote kind of like growing over the side of his face. Perhaps, and that symbiote, not symbiote, Sony. Thanks once again for watching. I hope you guys subscribe, like, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Red Cup Review.